All right, let's talk about day number 2 of the RevFit Strength program. So today starts with bench press. A couple of things on it. You want to set your safety racks up so your head doesn't get cut off, and you want to make sure the bar is somewhere around hip height, because when you take it out, it's going to be in a good position. So you want to lie down, and once you lay down, make sure your eyes are directly underneath the bar. So you can see here it's a little bit low for me, so I'm going to lift it up. Lifting it up is really easy. Take a side out, turn it in, put it back in, take the other side out, turn, lift, stick it back in. So when you lie down, we interrupt your previous scheduled bench tutorial video for a brief interlude. I just remembered as I was recording the video, I forgot to talk about safety rack height. And given that's probably one of the most important things about bench pressing, I thought I'd break my rule of no edits and I'd come back and talk about it. You want these racks set up high enough that the bar doesn't hit them on the way down, but low enough that if you were to put the bar on them, it'd be above your neck. So for pretty much everybody, that's going to be hole number 12 if you're counting down, or hole number 5 if you're counting up. So here's what should happen. When you take the bar out and do a rep, it comes all the way to your chest and back up without touching the rack. But if something did go wrong and you had to put it into the safety rack, it would be such that it's not on your neck. Now this is a difficult position to get out of, because you've no real option but to kind of shimmy your way around. But if that happens, you've missed a bench rep, and you should never miss bench reps, so just take that brief bit of embarrassment as your punishment for going too heavy or having some sort of technique flaw. Anyway, back to the video. Put it back in, take the other side out, turn, lift, stick it back in. So when you lie down, you're looking for your eyes to be directly underneath the barbell. If you lie too far back and you have your chin or nose under the bar, what happens is as you bench press, you're going to keep hitting these hooks here. So make sure your eyes are directly above the barbell. Squeeze your shoulders together nice and tight. Grip wise, there's 2 sets of rings on the bars. So the first set of rings here, any finger you want on that is usually a good starting point. Over time, getting your index finger onto the ring is about right. But for today, whatever is most comfortable is totally fine. So you take it out, it starts directly over your chest. You can see that my feet are flat on the floor. It comes all the way down and touches my chest and gets pushed straight back up again. All the way down, straight back up. The most important thing to do is to go back up over your shoulders. If you try to push away from your body here, you're going to lose control of the bar and it's going to smash you, or it'll stop halfway up. So when it's in this position, it should be absolutely rock solid. Try to get your wrists as straight as possible, come down under control, push up, push back. When you're putting it in, put it against the uprights, let it slide down onto the hook, just like you did with the squats. That's number 1. You've got your sets and reps on the board. You're doing 3 to 4 reps with 3 in reserve. That's somewhere around 80 to 85%. So if you know your 1 rep max, that's kind of a rough starting point. If not, the coach is going to give you some advice later on about where to start and how to progress it. So, same as usual, 20 minutes of work there. You're probably going to need somewhere between 1 minute and 3 minutes recovery in between sets. With longer rest periods, the stronger you are. So anywhere between 5 and 8 rounds over 20 minutes is really, really good going. Your B block is going to be 15 minutes of work. It's going to be some dumbbell front squats, some barbell rows, and some dumbbell flies. So again, sets and reps up here on the board. You'll see your dumbbell squats are 8 to 12 reps with 3 in reserve. Your barbell row, 8 to 12 reps, 3 in reserve. Your dumbbell fly, 10 to 15, 2 in reserve. First 2 are a little bit heavier because they're more compound movements. So, dumbbell front squat first. You're going to get the dumbbells and get them up nice and high. So grab them in a curl position. If you need to jump them to your shoulders, you can. And once they're here, try to lift your elbows up. So think of your elbows being like lasers so you're trying to point at somebody. If you drop them down here, the dumbbells put you in a really bad position, they collapse you forwards. When you have the dumbbells up with your elbows pointing forwards, they rest on your shoulders, you can sit down all the way and stand back up again in a much stronger position. Once you get it done, set them down. Dumbbell front squats are as much of an upper body stability exercise as they are a leg exercise. So if you find you're getting pulled around by the dumbbells, that's totally fine. It builds a lot of supporting strength, which is really, really important for like, let's just say general quality of living and general health. So great exercise, tough on the legs, really tough on the upper body, really makes you think all the way through the movement. Barbell rows, you can go overhand or underhand, whichever you prefer. If you're unsure, talk to your coach on the day. What you can do is just take the bar from the bench press, put it into the safety racks, and you're there. Now if you did the RDLs on day one, the first portion of this is exactly the same. The bar just comes down to below your knees like the RDL, and you stay in position. Again, making sure your toes stay glued to the floor, and you pull to your belly button. So, grip probably a little bit outside shoulder width. Grab onto it, step back. You're just going to do an RDL below your knees. Once you're there, hold and pause, pull to your belly button, back down under control, pull to your belly button, back down under control, and then walk it back in. So you've got 8 to 12 reps there. From there, you can leave your bench out if it's not going to be in your way, or you can move it around mid-set if you need to. You've got some dumbbell flies. So with the dumbbell flies, really important to think about opening up as big as possible. If you try to keep your arms dead straight, or if you try to bend your elbows too much, your chest won't actually do as much work as if you just stay somewhere in the middle. So on the way down, try to open loads, but also keep your knuckles pointing to the ceiling. Now practically what that means is, when you're coming down, shoulders squeeze together, hands open, knuckles point to the ceiling. You're looking for a big stretch in your chest. Recover back up. Come on down, big stretch in the chest, come back up. If you're too much in here, it's just a dumbbell bench press. And if you're too far out here with straight arms, your shoulders and your elbows will get absolutely toasted. So you're looking to be somewhere in the middle. Again, you're going back and forth for 15 minutes, continuing rounds as necessary, resting somewhere between 15 and 20 seconds per set, and probably 60 to 90 seconds per round. Weight selection wise, it's going to depend on your own strengths and weaknesses, so have a chat with your coach, they'll get you set up, and we'll start making progress week on week from there.